Hello, welcome back to another anime art video. My name is Dennis and I'm a beginner artist, and in today's video I'm going to be drawing uh in is it a spada? Yeah, I think a spada, this a spada's right hand essentially. Every espada has like somebody I think that is underneath them, kind of like the captains do. But what I will say is one thing I can't stand it, is the fact that this guy broke Ichigo's bones. I don't have a problem with that, right? It's fine. What I have a problem with is the fact that while, like, perfect example, Ichigo can beat this guy when he's fully healed, right? That's a given. But he's not healed, so how could Ichigo beat him? Well, maybe the moment when Nell was fighting against the Espada, Orihime, who was just standing there not doing anything, could have healed Ichigo. Maybe, just maybe, Just a thought in my head, maybe that could have happened. And not only that, at the end of this episode, Kenpachi Zaraki shows up. And I will tell you that I've already watched the next episode, so I can tell you this as well. Um, Kenpachi kicks Ichigo closer to Orihime, and she still only screams out to Ichigo and asks him, is he okay? When Yachida was kicking Ichigo in the face over and over and over again, she was crying out saying Ichigo's hurt, this, that, and the third, and you can possibly make it worse. But what in the world is stopping her from healing Ichigo right now? She's had ample opportunity to heal him, but has not done it. And this is one of those things, like, you wanna know what I hate? Like, people that they quote unquote understand anime to the point that they know the tropes that anime has, but they'll be the same ones to be like, oh, well, if this character can do this, then how did this happen to them? Right? I can give you an example from, something that's not whatchamacallit, right? Um Like, actually, I can give you an example from Bleach, and I can also give you an example from something else. I'm gonna give you an example from One Piece. I'm gonna do the Bleach example first. Bleach example would be a person like, hey, Ichigo has flash step. So if he's so fast, then why in this scene is he seen running beside his friends when he's supposed to be at an area fast? Wouldn't he just flash step there? And they'll use that as like an indicator to be like, see, so maybe a flash step has like a limit to like how many times you can use it or before you run out of energy, right? Like they'll say something dumb like that. Another example would be One Piece, right? One Piece, somebody after not Ichigo, after Luffy got future sight from fighting against Katakuri, anybody that catches Luffy off guard, people are like, yeah, he can see into the future, but how did he get caught off guard here? Or how did this happen here? How did this happen here? And they use that as like a reference to be like, yeah, future sight is a thing, but it doesn't mean that he can't be caught off guard, when that's not true. Future sight has to be activated, just like flash step has to be activated. The speed that you see Ichigo running at normally is his normal running speed. Flash step is a step further than that. Same thing with future sight. Luffy has observation haki, which is always on, but his future sight is it's a level beyond that he has to activate. And the example that we got from that, if you're going to be somebody and you're going to be like, well, we don't have any examples of that. So, yeah, because Katakuri was able to use it at all times, all the time. So, it you don't have to activate it. It's always on. False. Katakuri, the reason why his is probably always on is because Katakuri has grown up. Well, I don't want to say grown up with it, but he's had it for far longer. He's had more time to learn the technique and adapt the technique into his fighting style. Once somebody has adapted their fighting style around a specific technique, that technique is like second nature. So it's always on for him. But because Ichigo had just learned Future Sight, he still has to turn the switch. He still has to activate it when he wants to use it, right? It's a switch, on, off. Katakuri, the switch for him, he can keep it on. It's like a constant flow, and it doesn't really drain that much from him because he's used to it. But Luffy's not used to it, so it's a little bit more effort for him to use that technique. And it'd be the same thing for Conqueror's Haki. He has Conqueror's Haki that goes out and knocks out fodder, but he has Conqueror's Haki that he can now activate on his body. It's an activation thing. So they have the regular Haki, and then whatever the advanced Haki is, the advanced Haki form is always activated. It's always an activated form. And if you're going to say that we don't have examples, the example that we would have would be Kaido telling Luffy in this recent chapter or the previous chapter, telling Luffy that he has Future Sight. And if you're going to say that, it's not activated, then why would he allow himself to be hit all those times when he could have just dodged all of them? That's my point. He activated it once he stopped wanting to take damage. So I just want people to like don't like people like that understand the tropes in anime and understand that they're not just going to give a anime character like this overpowered ability and have them use it 100% of the time. It doesn't make sense. It's the same reason why somebody like Rimuru Tempest doesn't just go into a room with a bunch of people and just Beelzebub everybody and eat them all. It's the same reason. It's an overpowered ability but he only uses it, when he has to. He's not just gonna use it all the time. And I'm pretty sure right now in the light novel, like Rimuru has like far more busted abilities. I'm not gonna say far more as if like Beelzebub is like not broken, because Beelzebub is broken. But I'm saying like he legitimately has like essentially body armor, right? A barrier around his body at all times that pretty much like negates like most damage that gets thrown at him. And he can also put a layer of like a void on the outside of his body. So like think about that. Think about that for a second. What happens if he walks around with that all the time? Somebody tries to sneak attack him and then they just die on impact. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about. They're not just going to have the character using their like highest scale stuff all the time, because then that takes the fun out of certain things that could happen if those aspects weren't a part. Luffy with Future Sight on all the time is busted. Like, just so everybody knows, okay? Because what that would mean, when they're riding on their ship going somewhere, they can never be ambushed. They will know when like storms and stuff are coming. They will know the direction that they're heading. They'll be like, hey, in this amount of time there's going to be a storm this way, so should we continue to go this way, right? Like he can do those things and it'd be easy for him, but he has to train to get better at it. But enough for rambling. Let's get into this.
Yeah.
All right, I am finished with this picture of this this right hand of this Espada. Espada number 9. No, that's not his number. His number is like number 5. He's the right hand to the Espada number 5, and he's really strong. But in terms of, like, you know, battle, I think that Ichigo still could have beaten him, and it's literally like just like a matter of Ichigo not being fully healed, and for him to have 2 episodes go by or 3 episodes go by where Orihime is literally not doing anything. You can say that once he was fighting, once Ichigo was fighting the dude, and this dude was holding Orihime, you can say that she didn't heal him because she was being held at that point. But when Nell was fighting against the dude, when Nell was fighting him, Orihime was free. Orihime could have done what she wanted to. She could have went over to Ichigo and nothing would have stopped her, right? Nobody would have stopped her because nobody was paying attention to her. They only paid attention once the dude, once the Espada told him, hey, yo, get her, right? Or rather, you know, whatever she was, I forget what she was going to do. She, like, I think she was talking, and then he, like, grabbed her. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you didn't, let me know what I can do in the comment section to make it better for you to watch next time. The glove is off. Peace, love, thanks for watching.